Beware the Ides of March. March 15th. I had to look it up because I couldn't remember exactly, but I was fairly sure it was from Julius Caesar. And yeah, it is. A warning from a soothsayer about his ultimate betrayal and backstabbing and assassination in the play or in real life, or I'm not sure. Fiction from novelty or play, dumb, I don't know. But I know it was written by Shakespeare, the play. In real life, history records, what was it, 22 senators had a plot and a ploy and a plan to overthrow and stab him to death. I think with daggers or whatever they called them. I don't remember. Anyway, but yeah, today is March 15th, so beware the Ides of March. And I looked it up to see what it said a little bit, and yeah, it basically said what I kind of thought, and so it was just interesting. And then I was thinking about on the run. I was thinking about how now, since I was already aware, I was already bewaring. I was already aware to beware. So what is the past tense of that? Because I'm continuing to be aware, and through the rest of the day, because that's what I do, you know, in part, at all times, no matter what the day is. Am I being aware, or bewared, or awared, or awareing? I don't know. But I have been aware today, not in particular because of anything to do with it being March 15th, but just that's how I am. I just kind of try to remain aware of my situation and surroundings at all times. It's I can forget just as easily, you know, but it's in my own best interest to just kind of keep tabs on how things are. Reality is not all of what it seems. But anyway, of course, sweat gets in my eyes like that other time. Ugh. And that other time, it looked like when I dabbed my eyes, it looked like I was like, that was the thumbnail it picked. And it looked like in the thumbnail, in that little preview window, it looked like I was just bawling my eyes out, but I was just blotting sweat from my eyebrows. And now it'll probably pick the thumbnail where I tap my face. I hate that. I can't choose. I have to do something elaborate with my hands or something to get it to choose that instead. So hopefully this will now get it to track and do something else. We'll see. But anyway, it was a good run in the afternoon, and there weren't too many people out, but it was really nice weather. I meant to open the window so I could have the breeze going, but it's just as well because traffic is right outside. And but it's mostly sunny, about 70 degrees Fahrenheit, which is what, 23 centigrade? I still haven't worked out or memorized the conversion. Just have a better sense of it since I switched over a few thermometers. Just because, no reason. It'd be nice if it was in Kelvin also, because I tend to, once I learned of Kelvin, I was like, why aren't we just in Kelvin? It's like the metric system. Why aren't we in metric system? So, I don't know. I did have my fun this past month. Fun for a good cause. Because I do have it within my ability to do certain things. And I tell myself that I can afford them because I don't do other things. And I don't have other things. So it's like, I can't use this money for other things, for everything, as an excuse. Well, I quit smoking so I can afford this. Well, I quit smoking so I can. No, I can't afford everything just because I quit smoking. But there are things that I can, and especially when smoking nowadays. And my quit date is still September something, 2019. I've forgotten now. I'll have to look it up in my records to remember for sure. But I'm pretty sure it was like in September. I think it was like September 19th or something, or 20th. And so that's still my quit date, and I'm still very happy with it. I'm a much happier non-smoker than I was a smoker. So I just gonna continue with that. And prices over the past couple years during the pandemic have only gone up another $1 a pack, plus the time and stress. And yeah, I'm glad I quit before the pandemic. Otherwise, who knows? So I'm not crying, I'm just daubing my eyes because of sweat from running. So yeah, don't pick up on that as the thumbnail, please. I actually took down that video because of the thumbnail. It was just terrible, and it was embarrassing. I might put it back up once it gets buried far enough that no one would ever even look or know of its existence. As it is just kind of funny in my reaction to it. I left it up for a little while, but then I was like, it's just terrible. So hopefully this one doesn't do the same thing. I hope not. Trying to do hand gestures to make sure that it picks up on something different than that. So anyway, I'll figure it out one of these days. If it's not a big enough problem, I won't even think about it enough to actually do anything. It's only when something becomes annoying enough, inconvenient enough, that I actually try to figure something out. So anyway, I guess I'm kind of, I had my fun for a good cause, and I hope that, well, anything on top of it being for a good cause is selfish, egocentric. I don't know. I don't know how these things work, but I hope it was noticed and appreciated, and I hope they aren't too concerned or worried over, oh, like I'm expecting something in return, or need something in return, or want something in return. No, they are free to continue to do whatever they are going to have done anyway. And so am I guess. From my perspective, they've stopped writing. They're mostly just focused on their environmentally friendly activities. And yeah, so what attracted me to them in the first place, they've stopped doing, which was the writing. So yeah, I know they still do write, they just don't write in a place where I see it, I assume. Or maybe they have stopped writing, I don't know. They don't talk about it. They kind of said a goodbye to writing. And I don't know why. And that does concern me, and it does worry me, because I think it's a very good outlet, and I enjoy it. Even though I've kind of slouched off on my own writing a bit. And it's like, because I was kind of writing, some of it was in direct reflection of their writing. It's like, here's what they were writing about, so I'll write my own reflection on what they wrote. And it was like, I like to thought of it, and maybe I had it totally backwards, but probably did. So, or not, I don't know. But it doesn't seem like there's anything going on. There's like nothing between us. There's no connection. It's purely an awareness. It's like, yeah, they exist in some way, doing something somewhere else. And I am not informed, involved, or included in whatever activities or happenings that are going on. And I'm also not allowed to participate or really have a say, or I'm just a witness, an observer, an outsider, a stranger, and yeah, just one of the public. Yeah, and I would have wanted to have been in the more of a confidence, and to have like earned some sort of trust, beyond just being, just one of the pack. It's like, I don't think of myself as just one of the pack. I'd rather, it's like I'd like to be somebody's hero. I'd like to be somebody's champion. I'd like to be somebody's companion. And outside of that, it's like, I guess, it's like, that's what I'm looking for. And, conversation, cooperation, collaboration, correspondence. That's what I'm looking for. And friendship too, on top of and in between and, mixed up. So that's my idea. I don't know if it's a shared idea, or that's what I'm working on, is, a life worth having, a life worth living, and a life worth sharing. And without the sharing, then it's like, I don't even know. It's like, as far as a relationship, it's like, talking and doing things together and experiencing life, forming memories. It's, I hear that people like it. They do that sort of thing all the time. And, I'm sure, and I know that they do. They have friends, they go places, they see people. Me, I'm the strange one. I don't really do very much or go many places or talk to that many people. The memories I form, I don't even know. It's like, there aren't that many people around that will even know or do. It's like I got some work people, I guess, but I don't know. What is life? I'm still working on it. I have a better chance of anything nowadays. So it's just about whatever I can reasonably come up with, and can then achieve. But it's okay to, come up with plans, but just don't plan the outcome, sort of deal. But give me a goal, and I will set my mind to it, and I will find a way. But without the structure or information, I will just randomly pick something at my leisure and run with it, whether it's an idea or a perspective or an attitude. And it can be emotionally irresponsible at times. And I just, on a best guess, just go with something, and it just turns out I was way off. And I've caused myself a great deal of agony over nothing. But that's all me. And I try not to beat myself up over it. So I guess what I would like to say is, as far as charities go, next? I thought it was fun, and I'm breaking the fourth wall. Uh, just anonymously, over the course of a month, making contributions, just kind of scattered, just in the appearance and the disguise of multiple people. So that it would appear to anybody else looking that there was activity and stuff. And there was. It's just mostly, it's just me. And, I don't like to take credit, but this is me taking credit. So deal with it. And I know no one watches these things, especially not this far in, so no one will ever see this or know what I was talking about or care. That's part of the thing about it is, and I won't even remember this. This will be buried in a video at random on some day at some point, and it's like, no one's going to care. No one cares. No one's going to remember. No one, yeah. That's just a reality of things. It's like all things in time, so I don't have to worry so much about everything. So, they say, time travelers are so worried about going back to the past and making the tiniest little change because how it'll dramatically affect the future. And then it's like, well, then why aren't we in the present more careful and considerate and sensitive to all the little things that we're doing, which could then have dramatic implications going forward, and do. We're just too short-sighted, or just don't care, or just feel it's entitled or privileged to do whatever we like and F the future. That's the future's problem. So all these little changes we make today, in the hopes of there being a future worth being around for, with air that you can still breathe, water that you can still drink, and that it's not all covered with asphalt. So, I don't know. I don't have any answers. I just try to not take on more than what I can handle. That's one thing that does concern me about them, is I think that they take on more than their responsibility. I mean, not much. I mean, they don't have to. I know, but I feel that they take on more than they have any cause to, and it's, I don't know. It bothers me that they feel so responsible over so many things that is so out of their ability to, but I think they realize that, that, and then it's just, they just do what they know how to do, let the rest. But they do have influence, more than what they know, and I think they know that. Maybe. It's a collective influence. Collectively, we have more influence than individually. So, and our voices, individually, have less volume and resonance than a collective voice. So, I guess I'm glad to be able to have a voice today where I did not before. And I am finding my words. So, voice in progress. And with that, I guess I should go. So, anyway, I didn't have much to say, but it sure did take a while. Today was March the 15th, 2022. Until next time.